Hey, everybody. Whoops, almost didn't have us up there. What's happening? It is Thursday. Now, it's not Sunday night. You might be like, is this Sunday night? I see Peggy, too. It is Thursday night. Time for another episode of Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jason Thrifts.
And I'm old Wahini Peggy. I have to change my name tonight. Good to
be because Mom had a co-host tonight because there would be no better co-host for our guests. So let's get right into our first segment.
Okay.
And then we'll introduce our guests.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week, I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. And our guests tonight are Jennifer and Beau. How are you guys? So Jennifer and Beau are a brand new mother-son team, both in terms of thrifting and selling on eBay. Just started their eBay store a little over a week ago. Yeah. And Mom and I have been thrifting together for 44 years. Yep. So I figured who better to co-host with the mother-son team than my mom. And I was getting ready to leave my house, come back over to my office, and Stacy goes, "Did you pick out your rum and your mug?" And I had totally spaced like this whole week. So I'm running around like a moron, like what rum and mug? Okay, and then I remembered you guys living outside in Indianapolis.
Yep.
And so this is the mug from the Inferno Room, which is a great tiki bar.
Oh, in Indy. Cool.
Yeah. Now I have not been there yet, but friends have, and they said it's amazing. And I'm like, all right, what rum? What rum? I was going nuts, and like I was like giving up. I was gonna have to start like just making up stuff. I'm like, all right. And then I remembered I had my Dos Madeiros PX. So Dos Madeiros PX is aged for 5 years in the Caribbean and then 5 years in Spain. So this rum is 10 years old.
Aww.
Just like Beau. So there we go. I got my 10-year-old rum.
That's a perfect one.
Cheers. What you got, Mom?
Well, I got my Tiki Underground mug tonight.
Nice.
And they're reopening March 4th. And so I can't wait because we miss them, and we can't wait to do that. And I put in some rum with mango and pineapple juice.
So Debbie said the segment is not for Beau. So Beau, you're not drinking rum with us?
What are you drinking, Beau? Water.
So everyone's saying Mom's got echo, but the thing is, we're not hearing any echo.
No, I don't hear anything. Not yet, anyways.
All right, let us know if it doesn't disappear soon. We'll do a switch on Mom's mic. Jennifer, what are you drinking?
I have sangria. A little bit of sangria.
All right. that will do. All right. So we're going to talk to them, and they've only been in business for 1 week. They got 50 items in their store. They've already got some sales, and I do see some things we need to make sure that they stop doing immediately, and so they don't get off on the wrong foot. So they'll be back to talk to us in about 25 minutes. So see you in a little bit, guys.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. Let's get right to it because we got tons of great stuff to share tonight. And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting.
Okay. Mom has been selling this quite a bit lately. This is melted popcorn, guys. It's vintage from back, usually around the 70s. And I just picked this up for $5 and sold it after Valentine's Day. And see, I got to go switch here. And I sold it for $30. I took the best offer.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just showed these last week on our Sunday show. And I found a pair. And I paid $75 for the pair. They were listed at $96 for the pair, but I did barter. And so I put the first one up for sale at $159 with a video. I do have my video. And yep, there it is. And I got an offer of $140. And I said to Dad, I said, well, what do you think? He said, yeah, let's take it. So I did, and I took it and sold it. Well, lo and behold, 2 days. So I just relisted the other one yesterday morning. And today I get a contact from the gentleman that bought the first one. is this in as good condition as the other? And I said, oh, yes, it is. And I said, you didn't see in my ad that I had put that 2 were available? He says, no, I missed that. So he said, will you sell it to me for the same price? So I said, absolutely, because the same customer. I had listed the second one higher, but since it was the same man, I wasn't going to do that to him, of course. And so for my $75 investment, I sold both lamps for $280.
Nice.
I know.
And there's the other one. Ta-da.
Yeah. So, and did videos on both, and, got to do those videos now that my son's taught me so well on that. And this was it's a large Mickey Mouse watch, a wall hanging, guys. It's quite big, and as you can see, it's 37 inches long. And we had gone to an estate sale that was loaded with the Mickey Mouse paraphernalia, and so I picked this up. This cost me $10, you guys, and I did sell it for best offer of $75.
Nice.
Mickey Mouse stuff has been still selling well, and this was kind of a surprise. I mean, I know In-N-Out burgers are pretty popular, but for a T-shirt that I paid $2 for, ended up selling the T-shirt for $29.99. So you never know with a T-shirt. I mean, sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not. This was brand new. I mean, it was had not been worn. You could tell it was crisp and nice and new, and it was a big size. So that was a plus too, because it was a large. It was a 2XL. So that probably helped sell it for that kind of money as well. So yeah, I was very pleased with the T-shirt sale of $30. And what you got?
So we were working through the office because we're cleaning it out. We're like pulling every room apart, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we got snowsuits, we got snowboard boots. Like, we got to get these things listed. And so the snowboard boots are up for maybe a day, and they went kind of so quick. I said to Kelly, because I pretty much just trust her on the prices for the most part. I said, did you misprice those? Because they went so quick, and she showed me. I go, no, just the right time, the right eyes, the right time. I think I paid $7 for these, sold them for, I think I took a best offer of $55.
Nice.
And, I love when I sell cowboy suits.
I know.
Suits with the yoke. So here's a 2-piecer. I took a best offer of $60, and I paid $13.99 for it.
Nice.
So we do the picture where we have the pants hanging behind. We do have a full-size mannequin. It's not the easiest to use. You got to hold it up, put it together. So this is the way to go. This is the way to go.
That's good looking.
All right, chat. Tell me what this T-shirt is from before I show you. So it says local crew video. Now, every single concert tour has a traveling crew, and they need like 50 more guys when they get to each city. So they have a local crew. They put the local crew in matching T-shirts. So when the boss is up in the arena looking over the whole production, he can see who the local crew is, and he can see who the crew that travels with them is. And this one, they were filming a concert movie. Boom. Yeah, there we go. I got Scott got the first half, U2. Steph got the second half, Joshua Tree. So this was the U2 Joshua Tree tour, and this was the video crew filming the movie. And I took a best offer of $150. Woo! Sitting in a thrift store for $2.99. No one was paying attention to it.
Wow. Now talk about a score on a T-shirt.
And I sat and I waited, and I got feedback today, and it was the most meh feedback I've ever got. The whole feedback was, yo. That's it. Y-O. Yo.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, okay.
All right.
All right. So I put these, I've been sorting through a whole bunch of Viewmaster reels, and I have a bunch in the envelopes with the, I got one handy here. Yep. In the envelopes with the books. So they look like that. So these are all the ones that didn't have all that. So I'm like, I'll throw them together, throw them up at auction and see what happens. Holy moly. So one winner in South Korea won this one and this one. So there's $150 in just rando, not complete Viewmasters.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with Viewmasters, get familiar, because there's good money to be made. And I'm finding out you can just have randos. And now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with flipping cassettes.
Whoops. Yeah, Mom had picked up a couple of these cases with just random cassettes in it, and it held 36 cassettes, and which I paid $2 for that little baby, and sold it for $36. Best offer of $36 for all of them. And the recording artists weren't anybody fantastic.
No.
at all. So it doesn't matter, gang, if they're big names or not so big names. I mean, people are just hunting for cassettes. So, that was a nice little piece of change there. Yeah.
So up until 2 hours ago, I didn't have any cassette sales this week. So I thought it was going to be funny that you did and I didn't.
Yeah.
But as the universe always does, it takes care of me because 2 hours ago, I sold this Papa Roach cassette for $29 for one cassette.
Nice.
And as you can see, I paid $4 for it. So
yeah.
Cassettes sell in big groups and they sell individually if you got the right thing.
Right. That's
all right. The gentleman all the way on the right, Prince Marky D, passed away 5 days ago. He was one of the fat boys. And he passed away early in the morning. And that night I'm laying on the couch with my wife and I'm like, dang, I wish I had some Fat Boy stuff. And for whatever reason, it hit me. Oh, I have a Fat Boys record box set that I never opened from 2012. It's still sealed.
wow.
That I paid $30 for. I threw it up on eBay and took a best offer of $180 by the morning.
Nice. That was a beauty.
Yeah. So there is a record that appreciated greatly in value, and B, because he passed away, people were looking for it that day, at that moment.
Absolutely. Got to do it. We've talked about it.
And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs.
Sorry, Mom. I was trying to push the button. And
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
hey, Mom sold CDs. What?
Yes. I mean, it wasn't a huge sale, but, I am selling music, Jason, little by little, different things are selling. This was a lot of 10 because I picked up this whole load of CDs for $2, the whole load. So those might end up being, 10 cents a piece probably. And I did sell them for the full asking price of the $29.99. So that was good. So, what do I have? I have 10 Broadway musicals. Jason, of course, had helped me and watching his webinars as well. If you have ones that aren't big sellers, then make a lot of them. And so I did a lot of the Broadway musicals of 10, and that's what sold. So that was, for what I got 10. Well, maybe $1 investment, and sold them for $29.99. So that was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Hard to find 45s on CD. Pretty much tells you all you need to know.
Yeah.
I spent $5 at a record store in Atlanta, and I sold it on Amazon for $50.
Nice.
How about Dark Side of the Moon? Now, it's a special edition. I knew it was a special edition, and I knew I didn't mind spending $20 because I sold it for $59. It's usually a $60 CD, give or take. And so I don't mind spending $20 when I can sell it for $60. And how about John Norum? You like John Norum?
Don't think Mom's ever heard of him.
Now, I'd be surprised, chat, if anyone knows without Googling who John Norum is, because I didn't. And when I Googled, I went, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So John Norum is one of the founding guitarists of the band Europe. The Final Countdown. The Final Countdown. So this was his solo CD that no one paid attention to, so it didn't sell. And I picked it up for $1 and I sold it for $60.
Shoo, ding, ding.
And the store in Atlanta was Fantasyland.
Ah.
And how about Diana Krall for $1.15 that I sold for $70?
Holy
If
smokes.
you aren't flipping media yet, what are you waiting for?
Oh, I know.
Seriously.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
I tell you, Jason, though, you really do find good music.
I hunt for it.
Well, I know you do. And, what I've come across at garage sales is not that great,
Right. Now, am I getting something?
Hey, wait! Hold up! Don't forget about me!
Whoops! Now it's time for Stacy's Budget Bin Scores.
All right. One day we were at Zia and I was trading some stuff in and working the rest of the store, and Stacy found a table of on sale soundtracks. So this was $4 and it sold for $35. And she didn't even know this one was in here this week. I don't know if she's watched or not, but good job, Stace.
Way to go, Stace is right. My favorite daughter-in-law.
But there's a but. There's a sad side to all this.
Oh.
And now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
Okay, talking about coffee mugs, our show last week was all about coffee mugs. Well, these two Courier and Ives mugs, I've had them forever. I mean, it probably is longer than the ones I showed last week, Jace. And I started them out, I think at like, $19.99. I kept dropping the price and dropping the price and dropping the price. And finally they sold. I mean, I took a best offer of $6 because I said, good, they're gone. And, I probably only paid a quarter a piece, but, $6, a little on the weak side for sure.
I think Stacy's logged in as me because I didn't type that.
Oh.
So either someone else has hacked me or my wife is logged in as me because I'm looking at the chat and I'm like, I didn't type the word thanks.
Stacy, you there?
Elisa, you are in the secret beach. If you don't know what SACD is, that tells me you have not watched the Flippin' CDs videos yet. So go watch them after the show's over. Busted. Busted. Hey, Bridget, how are you?
All
Bridget's
right.
got a new grandbaby.
I saw. How wonderful.
Oh, so adorable. So much hair, too.
Yeah. Congratulations. Okay. These are two great ties, I thought. One's Margaritaville and the other one's a little, I think it was New Orleans, I think, Jason, and they did belong to my brother. And I've had some ties sell well, but these had been, again, probably listed for 3 years, maybe longer. And I ended up taking a best offer of $9, which was okay, but, when you have things for such a long time, you just wonder if they're ever going to sell. But finally.
Oh, Robin's in the house. Bridget's in the house.
All right.
By the way, SACD does stand for Super Audio CD.
Yeah.
But I do teach all about them in my Flippin' CDs. Okay, this is a cool Joki Aloha with tiki mugs on it. I've had it for 2.5 years. I finally took an offer of $16 because I was like, I'm tired of looking at it. Even all thrift things that we think are cool, and there's a point where you look at it so long, you're like, $16? Okay, goodbye.
I know. And I like that print. I'm surprised.
And I spent way too much on this dress. Now, it is a Chemo's. Chemo's is a good brand, but I think this dress was too boring. Just not exciting enough.
Yeah.
And I spent like 15 and sold it for 22. That's not how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
That does not equal good profit margins.
Exactly.
Nope.
And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers.
Well, Australia, as you said, Jason, it seems to be the hot country. I have sold a few packages, but this one was just a nice, easy one to pull out. It was just some decks of cards, actually, and it went to St. James, Victoria, Australia.
Nice.
Yeah. So, the cards, I think that I ended up, it was like a $14 or $15 order, but, nothing huge. But, to go to Australia, and like I say, I've had a couple more since. So, that country's.
I don't know what's going on, but something, it's on fire.
Yeah.
Although I'm going to show Kuala Lumpur because someone in Kuala Lumpur needed a 1990s New Kids on the Block single. And that's why we do this segment. And they spent $40 on a one-song single. So you never know when someone in Kuala Lumpur is like, you know what I need right now? I need New Kids on the Block from 1990. Yep. That's what I need right now because you never know. That's why you should list your stuff everywhere.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
Everywhere. All right. Whoops. Went the wrong way.
And now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. What to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping.
Hey, Lamp.
Well, a lot of you know that we sell large items. But the thing that you want to do when you come to Lampshades, because when you have the shade as well as this, it's best to use 2 boxes. It just cubic wise, the expense of one large box is enormous. So if you break it down into the 2 smaller boxes, you'll save yourself a lot of money and the customer a lot of money, you guys. Most of you know almost all of my large packages are going FedEx home delivery. Now and then UPS ground is cheaper as well, a little bit cheaper. So, I will pick them from time to time. But always check your cubic inches. And thank God you're right for Big Daddy, because he's the best. There's just no doubt about it. He packed up a couple of beauties for me today. And but yeah, if you want to save yourself some money, think about doing the 2 boxes, guys.
All right. So kind of along the same lines, I definitely channeled my father today.
Yep.
This is on its way to Australia. What? Shocker. I bought this for $3 at Goodwill 100 years ago. It sat up on top of my record shelves here with all my other pop culture stuff. I quite liked it, and I thought if it sells for over $100, I'll get rid of it. If not, no biggie. So it sold for $105 today directly on eBay Australia. And those antennae were just kind of like loosey-goosey and soft. And so, all right, I asked the thrifting board, hey, I think I should pack this. And I apologize, I don't have who gave me this idea, but paper towel roll. So I put the paper towel roll over the cherub, and then I use the blue painter's tape because that comes off nice and easy to hold in place. So basically, this little figurine became a unicorn. So we found the perfect box, and we packed it inside that box, and boom, $65 for shipping to Australia when we only charge $26. Yikes. Now here's the tip. If there's a way to mess with the size, so this was 21 inches tall. So I knocked it down to 20. It was still 65. And I kept going down until I found the price break. And then I thought, okay, what do I do now? So now we took the antenna, instead of going straight up. Whoops, you can't see that. Hold on. Let me get rid of the overlay real quick here, because I want you to be able to see this so you understand. You gotta work with it sometimes, like my dad teaches. Okay.
Yep.
So we took the antenna over, not hard, but now they're down into the tube. And I stuck a little piece of pool noodle underneath it, and then gently used the blue tape to kind of hold it all into place. And then I thought, oh, it'll be easier to move it if I blue tape it to a piece of cardboard. So it's like one big piece. So I did that. And then I bubble wrapped it. So now I can easily slide it into that box, and then use my box resizing tool from Bubble Fast to cut down the box, because if you take off 4 inches, it goes from $65 to $24.
Woohoo!
So
Yep.
if you're ever to that point where you've got this big box and you're like, crap, I'm going to lose a crap ton of money, if there's a way to redo your item, which mine there was, just saving 4 inches saved me $40.
Yeah.
$40. Okay.
Oh, I know. Because Dad and I had to.
Instead of losing $38, I made $2 on shipping.
Yep, you got to like that. And now Dad and I had to play with this one package we shipped today, and because we went from 45 down to 16. you know, so yeah.
So there you go. So don't give up. If you were like, oh crap, I really screwed this up, it wasn't the weight. It was because that unicorn made it so tall. We just had to make it gently go down instead of up.
Right.
You know, we didn't want to bend it, obviously. But I have full faith it'll get to Australia just fine.
Yep. Nice job. Dad was proud because he showed Dad earlier today, and Dad said, oh, we did a good job on that.
Yeah, because also think about this. That was unlike anything I've ever had. I've never had something with like these little antennae. So Kelly, my assistant's watching me, just constructed on the fly, trying to think of a way to make it shorter, to make it safe for the customer so it doesn't get bent. And I think it worked out.
I did too.
And now it's time for the Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're outsourcing.
Well, here's mine. If you want me to start. Do you want me to start, honey? Yeah.
Yeah.
I showed this on the show last week. And when we purchased this doll at this estate sale, we did not notice that it had a broken finger. And I said, oh, darn, because they went for decent money. Now, we only paid $4 for the doll. So I listed her for $24.95. And lo and behold, it sold for $20. So my tip is, don't be afraid to buy things that are broken or missing parts, because somebody is looking for that missing part they might need to their item, or, they don't care that the doll had a broken finger. They just wanted that doll.
I don't care about your broken finger.
Yeah. In fact, wait a minute, I got something I can show right here, Jason, because I showed this on the show last Sunday. This particular purse here, guys, you see where the mice got into it? But I'm still going to list it. I know. I'm still going to list it because it's a beautiful vintage purse from Jamaica. It's pretty old. This one is definitely from probably I'm guessing maybe 60s. I'm still going to give it a whirl. I only invested $2 in it, so don't be afraid to do that.
Heather has said some funny things over the years, but this might be the funniest. My dad had a missing finger, and no one cared. Heather, I love that. Absolutely,
that's great, Heather.
Okay, so the big picture on the right is what I'm looking at right here. These are all the CDs and cassettes I have for sale on various platforms. The tip is when you're going to buy a mass collection of anything, not just CDs, ask if whatever they're sitting on, shelves, tables, whatever, is included. Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
All the ones on the right are ones I didn't buy any of those. Those all came with collections. And so luckily I was able to piece it together. Now that collection on the left is for sale. It's been for sale in Vegas for a month and a half. I'm waiting for it to be a little bit longer, and then I'm going to offer him a lot less. And then I'm also going to say, but you got to throw in all your shelving units.
Ooh.
Because if I don't, I'm good on shelving units now, but those units will sell. That black one, when it's new, is like $250, $300.
Yeah, sure.
And so to get that thrown in, so no matter what it is, if they're sitting on some type of shelves or some type of table or something, ask if it's part of it. And if not, try and negotiate it into the deal.
Right. That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm full of good ones. Well, I'm full of something. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
And now it's time for our online selling tips of the week. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Etsy, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay. These are little tips and tricks to help you when you're selling.
Okay. Is this Mom?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. All right. My tip is, you guys, every morning I go to see what my eligible listings are for to send out my offers. And sometimes I do it just too quick. So like I'll go in and I'll open up the item and then I'll come up with my figure to send as my offer. Well, if you don't review that offer, sometimes it ends up being, instead of being $19, it ends up being $1 because I went too quick, didn't review it. And I have done it twice now. Shame on me. So what I am saying is review the amount that you put in before you send it, because it goes that quick. I'm trying to, get them done in a hurry. Well, of course I sold those 2 items for $1, they accepted my offer, of course, as soon as they saw it come through. And of course I ended up losing, but I had to do it to, stay cool and be good. But just watch out for that. I think a lot of us do, work on our eligible offers probably daily. And so, that would be mine to say, pay attention to the offer you send, the number.
Yep. I've done it like 4 times now.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be a shocker. So everyone stop what you're doing and listen. If you're in the thrifting board and the Secret Beach, but definitely the thrifting board, we never assume the worst of buyers. We always assume the best until they prove to us that they're trying to pull some shenanigans. Well, I am 99.9% sure this person tried to pull shenanigans with me the other day, and I didn't have it. So I've had this awesome Kurt Cobain shirt up for a while. It is a modern shirt, but no one else has this specific shirt. And that sweater and that guitar just sold in the last year or so. So it's very current. And so I sold it for $82. Stacey and I were in a grocery store. I'm like, yay. And then I got a message from the buyer that said, can you ship it to a different address? Now, normally I have taught you and we have said, yeah, look, if they're sending it to a kid, a grandkid, a friend, that's fine. But there are 2 things that stop me from saying, yeah, no problem. What do you think those 2 things are, Ma?
Well, depending where we wanted them to ship, did you already know where he wanted it to change to?
So their address was like Florida, and they wanted to ship it to like Indiana.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, the fact that they logged in, they started eBay ID that day to buy my $82 shirt and had a wrong address.
Yeah,
that's horseshit right there.
Okay, I got you.
You don't start your eBay ID and the first thing you say is, oops, wrong address.
Yeah.
No way. And I said, now I didn't assume they were pulling shenanigans. I said, hey,
right.
I said, it'll be better for both of us. We'll both be protected. if I cancel this transaction, you adjust your address and repurchase. And they said, no problem. And I did all that, and I haven't heard from them since. And I've even messaged them since, haven't heard from them. So if someone joins eBay to buy your expensive item and says, oops, wrong address, yeah, you should definitely pause on that one.
All right. That's a really good tip. Really good tip.
But you got to look around. Normally, I'd be like, sure, no problem. But they had zero feedback at the time. I'm the only one that got feedback. And they just joined that day. No way. No way. Yeah. There are some things that tell you, no way.
Right. Well, I mean, a brand new buyer wouldn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep. All right. One more.
And now it's time for Unseasonably Sold. What did you sell out of season?
Oh, look, a Christmas tree. We say it all the time. Christmas sells year round, and it really, really does, everybody. So don't hold back on listing your Christmas items because you will sell them no matter when. We picked this up at that same estate sale that I bought the doll with the broken finger, and we paid only $3 for that and sold it for the full asking price of the $39. So it was a quick turnaround. And you know what? Now here's a little going back to the shipping thing, Jace. Because if you have the tree expanded all the way, it was like 36 inches. But if I bent over the top carefully and moved it down, it brought down to 30 inches. So that was a huge difference in the shipping price.
All right, the whole chat is saying pink for Easter. So yours might not be unseasonably sold.
Well, that could be. I didn't have that.
But mine is the most unseasonably sold. Are you ready?
Yes.
3 days after Fat Tuesday Mardi Gras, I sold my Mardi Gras CD. So they definitely heard it at some Mardi Gras somewhere thing. This Al heard at the Mardi Gras, and they're ready for next year because Fat Tuesday came and went, and then I sold this a couple days later.
I love it. I love it.
All right, but I do have just today. I do have one of these, which I don't have. Haven't had one in a while because I don't usually go anywhere.
And now it's time for Close Encounters of the Thrifty Kind.
All right, so my buddy Cletus he's doing house cleanouts, and usually he just brings me the good stuff to sell. So yesterday he goes, hey, you should come to this house. There's a lot of media. There's books, there's records, there's CDs, and cassettes. So it'll be easier for you to just go through it. We'll pack up the good, and we'll pitch the bad. I said, all right, sounds good to me. So I go see him today, and I worked my way through the records and through the cassettes. And as I'm finishing up, I'm working off my iPad, and I see I sold something. And I sold this Betty Crocker cookbook.
Nice.
And then I was getting an offer on another cookbook as Cletus said, hey, we come look at these cookbooks. So as he was saying that, I was getting an offer on this cookbook, which I took the offer on too. Nice. So two people in the universe needed a cookbook from me at the same time, as did my buddy who said, come look at these cookbooks.
Wild.
What?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I know.
How in the world does that happen? All right. So this normally says upcoming shows, but since Mom's on tonight and we were on Sunday, we're going to take this Sunday off just because need a day off every once in a while. Plus, Mom has exhausted all her tips and tricks for a couple of weeks now.
Yes.
So no selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50 this week. Oops. I am missing something real quick. All right. But next week on Thrifty Business, we have my friends Ken and Anna on. Now, Ken and Anna are a unique couple because they run an entire eBay business, and Anna has a full-time career, and Ken's a stay-at-home dad. And so they somehow balance all of that, and that is what we're going to talk about. How to balance children, raising them during COVID, obviously, when they're stuck at home, a full-time career, and an eBay business, because you got to make sure none of them suffer. And that's the big key. So that's going to be next Thursday. Now, although we're not having a show for the masses on Sunday, in the Secret Beach, Nadine is doing this month's Typhoon, which is our guest expert every month. And she's going to teach everyone in the Secret Beach all about cottagecore. If you don't know what cottagecore is, think of Little House on the Prairie outfits, and they're hot for some reason. I have no clue why they're hot, but they are. So
it's coming back, though.
Teach us all about that. Yeah. And then those of you in the Secret Beach, also, Flippin' Vinyl Records is up for your viewing pleasure. And next Saturday, March 6th, we're having a cocktail party. So don't forget, these are your ingredients for your non-alcoholic drink. And these are your ingredients for your alcoholic drink. Now, I will be doing a live in the Secret Beach tomorrow to chat with everybody about how they're doing watching the Flippin' Vinyl and getting ready for their cocktail. And we're wearing muumuus. So, fellas, too, get your muumuus ready for next Saturday. We're having a muumuu party.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see if I can get Big Daddy in one.
All right. Oh, that's going to be awesome. All right, let's get our guests in here.
And now it's time for the Thrifty Business Special Guest of the Week.
Oh, I almost had it. There we go. Hey, guys, what's happening?
Hi.
Hi.
What is going on? All right, so Beau, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. What'd you learn tonight, Beau?
A lot, definitely.
He's been taking notes.
Yeah.
For real.
Nice.
Good for you. That's the way to do it, Beau.
Good job.
In fact, Jason, that's a little segue in here. When Jason taught me how to sell, I went out to his home in Vegas, and we had a one day session, and I wrote notes, trying to learn everything. And I have to write it down because old people don't remember things. So just keep those notes handy, Beau. You'll be surprised how much they're going to help you.
So yes, the chat is already enamored with Beau's note-taking ability. Good job, Beau. He's 10. Brian said Beau learned about rum. It's so funny. I have 17-year aged rum. I've got 20-year aged rum. I've got 5-year, 8-year. And for the longest time, when I was looking today, I'm like, I got no 10-year aged rum. And then I saw this. I'm like, oh, yes, I do. It's just 5 + 5, but it's still 10.
That's perfect.
It is still 10. All right. So Mom took me to a flea market when I was 6 with my grandmother. And then I walked away and scared the hell out of them.
Oh, yeah.
And then they found me talking to a vendor, and I was quizzing him. What are you selling? Why are you selling it? So that's kind of one of my first early memories of thrifting with my mom. And then when I was 10, so Beau's age, actually. So, Beau, I had 2 jobs when I was 10. I was a dual income 10-year-old, and this was 1981, and I always had $40 on me, which was amazing for a 10-year-old in 81. And I was saving up, and I got an allowance, too. I had 2 jobs and an allowance. Mom took us to the neighboring high school front yard where the entire community came out and set up tables and had a community garage sale. So, Beau, that's when I learned you can buy 4 times as many used toys as you can new toys. And I'd rather have more toys than new toys.
Yeah.
So that's when I was hooked. So is your journey anything like that? Did you realize, hey, I could buy a lot more used stuff?
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that I realized it a lot on was plushes, really, because they're 99 cents at Goodwill, but then at other places they're $10. So that's one of the things that I noticed the price difference in.
He's a fan of plush.
Yeah.
He has a lot of plush stuffed animals in his room.
So the good thing about plush that Mom and me know, and most people in the chat, when you're selling plush that doesn't have any electronics in it, obviously, it can squish down pretty small. So you guys haven't learned this yet, but when you go to ship it, say you had a plush teddy bear this big, the box does not have to be this big. You just squish him down and give him a smaller box because, especially if it's quality plush, all good plush just pops back up.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a good tip.
Now,
That's a good one.
Good plush is the nicer, squishier plush. The pellets, that's like the stuff you win at the fair. That's not really good plush. And that you can't squish down. But it's good, though, that you have something specifically. You're like, I like this.
Yep.
And so, Beau, when you go into a thrift store, is that the first section you hit?
Yeah.
Good.
It is.
And
All right.
and Beau, do you have a favorite character line, or you just pick everything that you think is going to sell?
I just pick everything that I think I'm going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
He has a pretty good eye for it. So his very first thing it was the first thing that you bought, right? Was also the first thing that we sold. So
Nice.
which is a little Culver's cheese curd.
Okay.
He found 9 of them.
Cool.
I see them back there.
Yeah.
They're way in the back. They look like Benson Honeydew from the Muppets. So if you're looking at your...
Oh, now that I see that, yep.
Bo, stick your finger back up. Show everybody where they're at, because they're way back there underneath the TV. Yep. Right to the left and to the right of that container. That's where it is.
Uh-huh. Oh, perfect.
Robin says, Bo, research hidden Mickeys and then go find one.
Yes, I still haven't found one. Do you know what we're talking about there, Bo? Do you know what
I'm going to show it. And
Okay.
thanks, Robin. That's a great...
Yeah. This is the one you need to find, Bo.
Hidden Mickey.
So for all of you who are new to plush, Disney made a teddy bear for a long time that didn't have a name, which is weird because it's hard to market an item that doesn't have a name, a character. And so then they decided to call the bear Duffy. So collectors look for the bear before it was named Duffy. So they're generally referred to as pre-Duffies, and the Mickey, the hidden Mickey is in the face and the paws, and I got her up right here. So let me show you. So, oops, let's make that.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh.
So as you can see, that's a Mickey Mouse face right here on the face and the paw prints. Now, this teddy bear ain't nothing big, but this is light purple. Light purple is one of the rarer ones, and that's over $275.
Wow.
If you find the red one for Valentine's that's holding a heart, that's like $600.
Definitely keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah, I will.
Here's a light blue that sold for $250. Here's a Easter bunny that sold for like $200. So there you go. So there's a bonus bolo for those of you who are unaware of pre-Duffy Disney bears.
Yeah. Jason, have you found one?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got a couple laying around in a tub that I use for teaching, even though they're worth money. I'm like, I'll just show people. Bo is running out now. Bo's like, I got to catch an Uber. I'm going to the thrift store. I'll see you later. All right. So here's my question. When you guys go to the thrift store, mom and son together, do you stand next to each other the whole time, or do you let him go off and then like find mom later?
We separate.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
go to our areas that we like to go to.
Great.
Yeah, so that's good. I wasn't sure if you're like stand by mom, which also wouldn't be a bad thing, but if you have your specialties, it's better when you have two people to cover the store. So all right, Bo. So plush is where you go first. Where do you go second?
The knick-knack aisles.
The knick-knack piles. All right. Now what's a 10-year-old looking for in knickknacks?
Well, you can find. That was the one thing that I found. Oh, it was an Indiana Hunter Education badge that's selling for $10, and I got it for like 10 cents.
Don't get into my territory now, Bo.
you go for cord things. Bo's going for dimes.
Yeah.
And Craig's being funny in the chat. Duffy is barely found.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, we got 146 live. Let's give Bo and Jennifer a thumbs up. Now, what made you start this journey? So what happened, Jennifer and Bo? What was going on in your life that one of you said, I got an idea?
Well, that was me. A few things. It's nice to have a little extra income. Plus, I like to bargain shop and look for treasures. And I thought it would be a good learning opportunity for Bo. He's homeschooled, and we kind of like to do unusual, educational things. So I thought that would be a good opportunity. And he's been wanting to save up to build a craft shed, which is not an inexpensive thing. So he's a big crafter. And so that gives him the opportunity to earn some money. So, and plus we've just been really bored. So being able to learn something new kind of wakes your brain up a little bit.
So, Bo,
So,
what
Bo,
do
when
you
you-
craft?
Go ahead, Mom.
I said, what do you craft? What do you make?
A little bit of everything. I usually make earrings, and then I have rings, and then I make wall hangings, and then I crochet dish towels, and then
You made snowmen at Christmas.
I made the sock
Rice.
snowman for Christmas.
Fantastic. That is awesome.
He's sold a few things locally, but we have not listed anything. His wall hangings are really good. They're like a yarn wall hanging, and so eventually
Get them up. Yeah, get them up. You bet.
So, Bo, have you had any other jobs as of yet as a 10-year-old?
Well,
you help your dad out.
yeah, my dad has a store, and I help him out sometimes.
All right. Yeah. My mom's parents owned a pizza shop in town, and I used to just hang out with my grandfather. And one day when I was 10, he said, "Hey, clean these pans and I'll pay you." And so I started working there, and then I got a paper route. So that's why I got 2 incomes at 10. So I know the weather has been also crappy, but have you guys gone, or are you planning on going yard sailing together when the weather breaks?
We're definitely planning.
Yeah, we're definitely waiting for that. We have gone a lot in the past, and we've had a lot. And now I think back to the things like, oh, I sell that at the yard sale. I should have been selling that on eBay. But yeah, we're anxiously waiting to get out and go, especially since we're still new to the area that we're in. We have no idea what we'll find.
Yeah.
Okay, Bo, when you go to those sales, are you a barterer? Do you ask for lower prices on the items?
No.
Not yet.
All
Right.
Look, here's what you got going for you, Bo.
We
You're a
gotta
cute
do it.
kid. So you got to give that person the sad puppy dog eyes. And like, my mom only gave me $3. That's what you got to do, Bo.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Use what you got. And what you got is you're a 10-year-old kid and just put the puppy down. Please, I only got $3.
Yeah.
Even though you're wrong with a bankroll of a hundy, you got you to that person, you got $3. Cut that deal. Always cut that deal.
And you know, Bo, don't be afraid to ask, because the only thing they can say is no. So that's fine. Always ask. If something is marked $2, ask them if they'll take $1. Don't be afraid to ask.
Okay.
And so Julie says, how often you guys go out and thrift right now?
Well, much to his mom's chagrin, I've developed a little bit of addiction to it. So we've probably been
once or twice a day.
Not once or twice a day. Most days since we've started, which granted, it's only been, not quite 2 weeks now, we've gone to thrift stores in our area, which we're fortunate to have several within 15, 20 minutes around us. So we've just been trying out different ones.
I think one day we went.
We'll definitely have to slow down. Our house is pretty small. Run out of room quickly.
Do you have a basement?
We have a garage.
Okay, Jason, I have some trivia.
Okay.
What decade do you think garage sales actually started?
Okay, well, I've seen pictures of you guys hosting them in the early 70s. So it's got to be, I'm guessing the 60s.
What do you think, Bo?
50s.
Okay, actually, yeah. 1970s, in the 70s, when garage sales really, started to happen at people's homes.
I remember going with my grandma a lot to them.
Uh-huh.
In the 70s.
Yeah, when I started thrifting with my mother, it was strictly flea markets. The garage sales hadn't come about, of course, at that point. So, yeah, basically it was a lot of flea markets and a lot of antique flea markets that we went to when I was young. So that's how I got going.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I've never thought about.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that they don't, well, nowadays, maybe so. But when I was a kid, definitely when mom was a kid, which was a long time ago, one thing they don't ever teach you in school is finance at all. There's no, you learn about history and geography and math and English, which is great, and you need all that stuff, but they never teach you about finances. And so, I think they're frozen. Oh, no. There they are. I got you. I'll go back.
Oh, we can't see you.
Click on there and click on the link to the stream, I think.
Hello.
Are they there? I mean, I see them.
Can you hear us?
Oh, yeah. We see it, too. You're
and
fine.
we see you as well.
Our camera enter broadcast studio. Okay.
All right, well, let me kick that one out. There we go.
Okay, we have been plagued with technical
There we go.
Sorry, everybody. They joined twice, but that's cool.
That's all right.
What I was gonna say is they never taught us finances at all in school, and so Beau's learning right now. Okay, I find this thing for a dime. I can turn this into $20, but it involves some work and it involves some expenditures. There's going to be shipping. There's going to be packing supplies. So, Beau, you are definitely set up for when you get to adulthood. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I am.
All right. Someone had a good question. Beau, do you help with the listings and taking the pictures? So where do you guys separate the work, or do you both do pictures and both do listings, or how's it work?
We usually stick to what we buy for each of us. We list it, and then if one of us gets done, we'll help the other.
Yeah, he really does everything from start to finish for his thing. So he shops, he pays for it with his own money, and he searches the comps and lists them and all of it.
Well, what do you think you find on selling on eBay is the most challenging part of it? What's the hardest part for you?
Probably finding the best price for items to be not too high but not too low, but to where you'll make money and not have to sit there for so long.
Okay. All right.
Yep. My mom and Debbie, my producer, are the queens of having them sit there too long.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like when I said earlier, those boots sold so fast, I thought, oh, my assistant must have mispriced them. They were too low. And I said, did you misprice those? And she goes, look at these solds. I go, no, it was right there. So it was the right time, the right person. And because they were boots, it was the right size for that person.
Right.
You know, having a look. All right. So let's take a look at your store. And if anyone wants to go shop, there are 50 items in the store right now. It's Mom, Son, Thrifting Fun. Four very easy words together. Mom, Son,
I like that.
Fun. And let's start with your solds first. So who did you sell this to?
Well, who was that?
So Debbie was your first. Debbie was your first purchase.
Yes.
Who'd you sell this to?
Who that goes? That went to you.
Now I am bummed I don't have it yet. I'm like,
Yeah, we've been watching to see if it got there.
So if my wife is paying attention, ignore this because I got it for you, honey. So pay attention. Now, here's what I want to ask you. The price for this shipping seems very high. This doesn't seem like it would weigh that much. What do you remember what this weighed?
It was really borderline. I can't remember. I think it was like just over a pound. No.
Oh, was it? Okay.
It's
So if it was
a heavier statue.
Okay. Because it doesn't look heavier. So I was like, but over a pound, yeah, not too bad. You can bring it down just a little bit because what you could have done is bubble wrap, cardboard around it, make like a little box, and then into a padded flat rate, which is like 8 1/4, I think, nowadays.
We put it in a box and we put it in a bag. Did we put that in a bag?
I don't want you to scare people away. So, doing $8.99 instead of $9.10, it's just that 11 cents. Is that brain mess with?
Yeah.
Oh, I see 8 is the first number, not 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I want you guys to stop doing immediately, and then tomorrow, or probably not tonight because you guys are East Coast, go back and get rid of all these quotes out of your titles.
Okay.
So any extra punctuation is bad. Now, it's not bad within eBay, but it is bad within if someone is coming from a search engine, Google, Bing, Yahoo, punctuation tells search engines to pause or to stop. So parentheses, quotes, semicolons, all those things are not good. Plus, you don't really need them. You might as well save that space for other words that could be used to get more eyes.
Okay. That is good to know.
Jason, did they have condition in there? Because I don't see it.
Would you see it here, or would you see it when we get in it?
Well, usually it pops up right where in the thing.
All right, so whatever this category is, it just says used.
Okay.
Let me back up to
Okay.
Debbie's little thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know sometimes it says used and sometimes it says pre-owned.
Yeah, it depends on the category.
Right. Okay, they're there. I just wasn't sure because I wasn't sure if it popped up there or not. Okay.
Okay, so there is going to be a condition box that you need to write some stuff in. This one right here. So instead of used, this is where you're going to highlight any imperfections at all. Now, if there is none, say that also, because that box is what saves your tuchus. Bo, that's your butt. Saves your butt because it's not so much for your customer, but it is. But if they don't read it, like most of our customers don't, if they say, "Hey, Jennifer and Bo, you never told me there was a chip in this," and if you had put that in the condition box, eBay would say to that customer, "Well, yes, Jennifer and Bo did say there was a chip in that. You just ignored it." But it saves you. So use your condition box for whatever condition issues there are, even the small things, just to cover yourself.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, is this what you just sold today? Yes, it is.
Yeah. He just
Okay.
saw it yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I did.
So good job on the sale. Now, with any hats, with any sunglasses, glasses, visors, get a mannequin head. If you can get a cheap one at Michael's, at Hobby Lobby for like $3 in styrofoam. Now, when garage sales start, and maybe even at the thrift store, you can tend to find even better, thicker, heavier heads.
I saw one today.
You did?
Because hats and visors will look so much better on a mannequin head.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. See how the front of this has got kind of that bend to it. Now you still stole it, so that's great. But when you fit it on the mannequin head, it'll flatten that out and it'll look a little bit better.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, those glass heads work. Yeah, I would never ever tell anybody to go out and buy an expensive head because you can get a cheap styrofoam. But we have all found expensive heads cheaply at thrift stores, at garage sales.
I think Dad has a few that he.
There you go.
All right, there you go. Now let's look at your pictures. I haven't really looked at your pictures yet, so let's look at your pictures. Angle, angle, angle. Straight on. Oh, whose fingers are those? Get those fingers out of there. I see fingers.
And I don't think, are they squaring up their pictures?
No, you see how you have this white bar on the left and the right? So are you taking pictures with a camera or a cell phone?
Cell phone.
Okay. What kind?
iPhone.
Okay. Newer or older?
Older. It's the 6S, I think.
Okay. So I think that has the square function too. If it does, switch your photos to square because it'll fill up your picture better. Now, I don't have a 6 with me. I have just the opposite, but
Look at that.
right there, see where it says photo? Now, this is on the 12. I don't know about the 6. If I run my finger up from that,
Oh, I do have that option.
okay, see where it says 4-3? Do you see the 4-3 on yours, Bo?
So
4:3?
no.
Okay, so most places when you tap that, now you got 2 options or 3 options: 4-3, 16:9, and square. You're gonna want square. So if the 6S has a square function, go for it. Now everybody else, yeah. So fill up that space. Don't give up real estate. Fill it up. And good catch, Mom. I didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine just
Cool.
All right, let's go see what's for sale because people want to shop. All right, so all of you, if you want to help a brand new seller get 51 items. I saw your 50 come up.
Woohoo!
I was on a roll.
But I gotta say, you guys are using full titles, so that's good. You're not giving us these short titles that I see a lot of new. Okay, good. Sherry says the 6S does have a square button, so we just need to find it for you guys.
All right, good.
Thank you, Sherry. And for those who don't know, sometimes my phone says square. If it says 1:1, that's the square function. You want that.
okay.
All right. So good job on using the title. Now, you don't need words like excellent condition in your title. Save that for your condition box because although it's not specifically Christmas. Let's put Christmas in the title. It's a snowman. Even though snowmen can be made all winter season, they're definitely associated with Christmas. Oh, so this is the bar. Funny story. This is the bar that I've tried to go to with my wife for 7 years. We spend one night in Milwaukee every single year, but there's a great dive bar and a great tiki bar. So we never, ever get to the third bar, which is the safe house.
Oh.
Now, I know it's a cool bar. You got to find out the secret word of the day, and you tell it, and the door slides open. But when we're only there for one night, the tiki drinks are so good, and we have some beers at this great old dive bar. We never get there. Noah's Ark. Now, I know you're short a couple spaces in this title. I mean, you got some more, so you definitely could throw in elephant or lion or zebra.
Yeah, whatever animals you can see there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't sell much Tupperware, so Tupperware sellers in the audience, I'm guessing that they are going to want some kind of size, quart measurement.
Most of the bowls usually are marked on the bottom, size-wise, if they're 1 quart, 2 quarts. So check that and see if that's marked anywhere. And if not, just look at some other ones that are for sale that are similar to yours, and go pick their brains and use their figures, because it'll be the same.
Would you put that in the title or in the?
Yeah.
Just,
Yes.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because here's what's happening. Say you have the whole set, and one of them gets ruined. You're like, where's that quart Tupperware bowl I need? So people are looking for sometimes what they're missing.
Okay.
All right. So does this say Stranger Things on the back? How'd you know? Oh, that does. Oh, wait. Wow, that's cool. So who found this?
I did.
She did. Well,
Nice.
He passed it up, and I got it.
I didn't see the other side of it.
Okay, so great photo. However, anytime you got anything that lights up, take a picture of it lit up, not during the daytime.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys are shooting right into a window, which you should never do either. You're shooting right into this bright window, and I can see that it's on, but it isn't giving off the aura that we need. We need it in a dark room to see like, oh, that is so cool.
Good point. Okay.
And let's see if you did it before I say anything. Okay, so you want to show the end of the plug. It's kind of hidden back here behind all this. I can see that this is a modern plug, but anything that plugs in, you want to show a nice picture of the end so people can see what decade it is.
Okay.
Now, plugs can be changed, and that's fine,
Yep.
but it doesn't matter. You want to show the plug so the customer knows what they're getting.
Okay.
Is it a dangerous 1950s plug? Or a much more well-grounded 2020 plug?
Right.
Okay, so good catch. Julie says shipping looks high on this lamp. I would tend to agree, because no one's going to be like, yes, I want to pay $55 shipping for this.
You know, that is one I was doing right before the show, and the shipping on trips me up every time.
Okay, you were aiming for priority mail. Here's what you guys need us to embrace: the FedEx home,
Okay.
the FedEx second day sometimes, and the UPS ground. Now that we have all those options, and you're new, you will not have the discounts yet that we get, but those are cheaper, and you can send bigger and heavier packages using UPS ground and FedEx home delivery.
Okay. I will change that.
Now, you can have this priority 55 as an option in case someone's in a hurry, but that's your second option. You want to start with your cheapie option because you aren't the only guy selling this thing.
Right.
But I'm going to guess you're probably on the highest side of the shipping, and then that'll scare away your customers.
So you can choose different ones. You don't.
Oh,
just,
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And when you have a large item like that, put in standard shipping, because that gives you the option of going back and picking and choosing the one that's going to work best. So use standard shipping on your larger items.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Beau and Jen, shipping I think was the most challenging part to learn. It's not easy. Yeah.
I kind of like doing it.
We do.
I'm talking about figuring the price.
Yeah.
figuring the price. Yeah.
All right. So I see your ring light here.
Yeah, I really.
All right. So all you got to do is, so you have this. Do I have any pictures?
RTTRECOVERY.
What am I here?
That was me.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. We use this. Yeah, we use this DVD. So you took this picture laying down flat, and your ring light's right above it.
Mm-hmm.
If you would set something under the bottom and angle it, goodbye ring light reflection. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Either the top or the bottom. You'll figure it out. And once you figure it out, you'll never deal with it again. You just got to raise one side up just a smidge and then goodbye reflection.
Okay.
It's all about working your angles. But once you find it, the two of you, remember it. So, Beau, if you find it first, go, hey, Mom, here's the angle. This is the angle we need not to see the light in the reflection.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, and then we got to talk about the biggest elephant in the room. Why are you not shipping internationally?
Because I'm scared of shipping.
Okay. Are you scared to ship to are you scared to ship to Maine?
No.
Okay. If you can ship to Maine, you can ship to Spain because nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Okay.
When I click on the international shipping button, it glitches out and won't let me do international shipping.
Now, that might be a thing for new sellers. So, because everyone in the chat was going, make sure that they do international. They might limit new sellers. Now, I've not been a new seller since 2000. So it's been 21 years. So you guys might not have that option yet. But if you do, it is very simple. I'm going to get you signed up on Pirate Ship. We're going to get you the simple export rate. I'm going to get you a chart that you can use to decide what you need to charge. Super duper simple. But if you're packed it well enough to get from your house to Seattle, that same thing will be just fine into Japan.
Okay, we'll do it. So we should do international on everything.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Now, that being said, if you decide to sell a weapon or something, then you might have to pause. But the stuff I see right now, all that's good anywhere. Yep.
And I don't sell anything over 4 pounds internationally. The expense is just too great.
Okay.
I do. I do up to 6, and usually don't go past 6.
Yeah.
Now, on these white things, you've had a couple white mugs. I would find a dark background for your white stuff. Good lighting, but man, having a white mug on a black background pops so much better. All right. Also, this glass would look way better on black.
Okay.
You'll see. You take that picture on black and look at the two, you're like, oh man, that's much better.
You know, another little tip on that glass is put a piece of white paper in the glass, and it'll show your design up better.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm guessing you did a sell similar and copied a title. That's why most of this title is in all caps.
Yeah.
So when you do that, that's fine. But switch it to you just alphabetize the first letter in each one.
Okay.
Here's that page.
Okay, so this question is for Beau and Beau only. Don't answer Mom. Both.
Okay.
Where is Snoopy from? What comic strip is Snoopy part of?
The Peanuts.
Right. Where's that in the title?
Oh.
See how short your title is? This is what you have to think about. Okay, what more words can I get? Okay. Now, when he's the pilot, his doghouse is called the Sopwith Camel. That's the name of his plane. So that would be good in there too, because he's being the pilot here. So those are the ways you got to start thinking further out. Okay, this is Snoopy. Oh, Snoopy's from Peanuts. Oh, he's a pilot. This is the name of his plane when he's a pilot.
Okay. Isn't he the Red Baron too?
No, he fights the Red Baron.
Oh, he fights the Red Baron. That's right. That's right. Sorry.
He can't be the good guy and the bad guy.
No.
So like you got here, My Little Pony, you got the name of the pony, Sunset Shimmer. Just get rid of those quotes and get rid of all those commas.
Okay.
But good variety of stuff, though.
Well, we have just been trying to find things that catch our eye.
Now, see, you did do peanuts in Charlie Brown. So you just got to make sure you stay consistent, too.
I think I have a few Charlie Browns on here.
But good job. I mean, yeah, I got to tell you, for first timers, your pictures are very clear. Your lighting's not too bad. We'll get you squared up. Oh, that's a good picture. Okay, whose idea was this picture?
That was mine.
Good job,
Very
Mom.
good.
This is where I think most people make a mistake because they think, okay, I've got 7 items. I should line them all up. And so then you have this like long, skinny line of things. You stacked them. That's a perfect first picture.
That's a great shot.
Good job. All right. So looking good. So don't forget, everybody, if you want to help out a brand new seller and buy a little something, it's Mom, Son, Thrifting Fun.
Love it. Love the name.
All right. So what's your goals? What's your next goal? Like how many items do you want to get up in the store? Is there a profit goal, Beau? What's Mom teaching you about money? Like where are we headed next?
Well, what do you want?
My profit goal is $4,400 so I can get a crash kit.
That's a big goal for a 10-year-old, but I like it.
I like it too. All right, let me ask you this question, Beau. Do you set a goal how many items you want to try and list every day?
I kind of try to. I've ran out of items. I've listed on mine so far, but whenever I do list, I want to get 3 to probably as much as possible items listed. But 3.
Well, you can come over to my house and go through all my piles and sell what you want.
Yeah, I'm going to have to enlist him with mine. A few more things. So.
Kent called Beau Bezos. There you go.
Oh, Bezos.
Hey, look, Bezos started a bookstore website out of his garage. Okay, richest man in the world now. So, Beau, that's your goal. That's your goal, is to do something.
That's right.
This is the start of it. And so I hope when I'm old, I'm like, I know that kid.
Oh.
Now, selling is the only thing you guys like to do. Beau, you're 10 years old. How many plays have you been in by the ripe old age of 10?
I think 13.
How in the world have you been in 13 plays already? You're 10 years old.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we love community theater.
I love theater.
So
Love it.
Tell us some of the plays you've been in that we would know.
Miracle on 34th Street.
I think
Nice.
I've heard of it.
Lots you've been.
Best Christmas pageant ever. What was that? Of course I can't remember.
You've been in It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
And lots of Christmas things.
What?
He was in the ensemble in Beauty and the Beast.
nice.
Oh,
Great.
we blank. We've been in a lot of them, and that he started when he was 4 with his first audition. We went to see Annie.
Yes.
Was it Annie? And he said he wanted to be on stage, so I got him to the next audition, and then we both became hooked. I had never done it either, and
That's great.
It's been the best. We love it.
Becky was in the best Christmas pageant ever. Look at that. Small
right.
world. Small world. This is crazy.
He was a baby angel. That was his first role.
Because everyone, think about this. He's 10. He's been in 13 productions.
Yeah.
And the last year and a half, there have been no productions.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Beau, can you sing?
I'm really not sure.
On stage, she does
No.
it.
I'm trying to
But
think
for a long time, he performed at home, especially Elsa. We went through that whole Frozen period.
Susan wants to fight you for your kid, Jennifer. I want this kid. He's so cool.
He is the best. best kid ever. He's awesome.
Bo, I got to tell you, and I'm not going to name any names, but I've had some adult guests that when they got on the show were not really good guests, I would say. So tell me about, what you're doing. And then as a host, you're like, crap. I have a guest that won't talk. So good job, Bo. Good job. Come on, let's get some more thumbs up for Bo and Jennifer. Dixie wants to know, Bo, do you have any siblings?
No, he's the one and only.
Okay.
One and only. Yes, it was definitely not you, Elisa. I can say a lot of things about Lisa. Not talking would not be one of them. So how long have you been homeschooled?
2 years.
Yep, this is his second year. We started it when we moved, because I'd always wanted to try it, and we finally had the opportunity to do it where I didn't have to work full time, and so it's been an adventure. We really like it, but he being an only child, he's misses being around kids, so he'll probably go back. Maybe not this year if school continues to be as chaotic as it has been, but probably 7th grade. Yeah. So he's in the 5th grade right now.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for the youngsters, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say, mom was a theater mom, not because of me, that's for dang sure, but because of my sister.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so, that's always going to be my kind of follow-up. Once this crap gets over, if you continue on to acting, I definitely, to be in the high school productions would be, if that's still your love besides selling online, stick with it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We enjoyed it so much. And Jason, he was a good follower. He trekked all over the place following his sister, and it was just so much fun. And we were lucky enough that she had some nice leads in some of the musicals, and so it's a great activity. Just love it.
We enjoy it. And theater people are the best people.
Yep.
I'll say I wasn't in the theater, although I did a couple of small things, but I became a huge theater patron. My wife and I belong to we have season tickets to the musicals here when we can have them. We go to New York City to go to Broadway quite often to see shows. So
that's awesome.
We are a sucker for live theater. So good job, both of you. Good job on getting up on stage. And
that is wonderful.
Yeah.
So all right. So homeschooled, you guys are killing it. Now, here's my next goal for the two of you. You've got this going. We're going to get you fine-tuned a little bit. But in about a couple of weeks, you've got eBay dialed in. It'll be time to add another platform.
Yeah.
Because not every customer is on eBay. And that's one thing you need to learn early on is some people are mad at certain platforms. They were on them. They got mad. They left. Certain platforms are good for certain things. Okay. And so some of that plush might be good on Macari. Macari is kind of like eBay Junior, and it's super duper easy to list, and there is no international. So you got to sweat it on Macari. Now, Bo, is that phone yours or is that phone mom's and you just use it?
It's mine.
Okay. So Jennifer, what phone do you have?
Oh, I have a real ancient Samsung.
Okay.
I do most of my stuff on my iPad.
Okay, so I was going to say, what you're going to find in an investment, and this is to everybody, not just you two, but to everybody. Phones are not cheap, but they are an investment in your business. And for Jennifer, for you, it is definitely can be a write-off on your taxes. However, get all your tax advice from your professionals, not Jason. But when you go from, say, an iPhone 6S to a 12, the speed at which everything works, the amazing photos it now takes. Yes, it is an investment, but it's an investment in yourself and your business. And when you get things like label printers, you're like, why was I waiting so long? Because you're going to be doing these things the new way, the slow way. But then as you two build this business together, you're going to have then get maybe your peanut dispenser or your label printer. And then you're going to be like, oh yeah, it costs me money for these things, but it saves so much time. And here's the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with. Value your time. People forget your time is worth money. Yes, it's fine to cut out and tape labels, but I figured it out. It's like a whole work week. If you sell as much as I do and I cut and taped labels, it would be an entire work week at the end of the year of cutting and taping labels. So it was worth it to spend $150 on a label printer, and I never have to do that again.
Oh, that makes good sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would love for us, to really grow this, and I probably could have a list of 100 questions about that. And the time I could definitely see, but if you save time there, you can spend more time finding other ways to make money.
See, there it is. See, Mom, they've learned already. And that's the one, I can teach a lot of people a lot of things. And the one thing I can't teach them until they really comprehend it is to value your time.
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to spend money on this. Look, we all could cook in our oven, but a lot of times we just need to pop in the microwave for half the time. Same kind of concept. Okay. You could handwrite labels, but that's wasting your time and your money because you have to go to the post office. All right. So if you can shorten your time by everything you do, by having a quicker camera, by having a label printer, and you can list more and sell more, you're getting that shed a whole hell of a lot quicker, Beau.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll end on this question. Are you looking for tiki mugs yet? Good job, Paul.
Oh, no, we haven't, but now.
Okay, so since you live near a tiki bar, you guys might be apt to find the mugs from that bar in your local thrift stores.
How far away is that tiki bar from you guys?
Oh, it's downtown, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's downtown.
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, be on the lookout. You might be finding those.
All right, so we're definitely having you guys back on.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to say not until you have a shed, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how well your sheds go.
That'll be a good motivator. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's end on this. How are you separating money? So Beau's got his goal, but you need to also have money to come back into stock. So is there a plan like we take half? So what's the plan for saving money for the shed?
Well, right now he's going to have to. He's out of inventory, so he's going to reinvest to get some inventory and hopefully build up. Now I'm covering all of the other expenses like the supplies and things. So eventually he will get.
I do have money saved up though, so I can spend some money, but also make money. But
all right.
And don't be afraid to ask questions, especially in the thrifting board. That's why we're all there to help you guys and help everybody else. So anytime, no matter how small it may seem, ask if you're not sure.
Okay.
I have been reading a lot of the past posts. Everyone's so nice and so helpful. It's really, it's been encouraging.
Good.
All right. So if nothing else, what we'll do is, Debbie, mark it down. We'll have you guys back at least 1 year from today. So we started with you your first week. You got your 50 items up. You got your first 5-6 sales. Where are Jennifer and Beau 1 year later? Because we did have a mother-daughter team on. And when I checked in on to have a follow-up, the mother said, oh, yeah, she don't care no more. She left already. She moved on to other things. So, but I think I have this feeling Beau's going to stick with it. And people were asking, it's mom, son, thrifting fun.
I like it.
All right. Now, if you can't find it, hit me up later. I will drop you the link. So, Jennifer and Beau, thank you very much for being on tonight. Great to meet you guys.
So much. You're so kind. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so excited for your journey. Plus, this is the old version of you two. Here we are.
Much success to both of you.
Oh, thank you so much. We're really excited.
Yeah.
You bet. It's a lot of fun. It really is fun. I mean, Jason and I have a blast, and with FaceTiming that's available now, if I'm out shopping and I see something, hey, I need help with this, and he'll help me, or vice versa. He wants to show me what he found. So the FaceTiming has been fantastic for us. It really has.
Yeah. So Craig says, welcome to the family. Brian says, keep smiling.
Aww.
Linda says, thanks, Jennifer and Beau. Lisa says, good job, Jennifer and Beau. Oh, you guys are going so fast. Good job, Jennifer and Beau. Great show, great guests. Yes, these are the before pictures. Yes, when we have them back in a year, we'll be all like haggard and grizzled, looking like me. All right, we've been down the road.
Maybe we'll do that one from Beau's shed.
All right, awesome. All right, you better hustle, Beau. You better hustle. All right, good job, everybody. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful evening. Don't forget, no show this Sunday. Mom is just out of tips and tricks. We'll reconvene next Sunday. And next Thursday, kind of similar. We're having a husband-wife team that are balancing raising children, having a career, and an eBay business. So, good tips for all of us because we're all at somewhere in this boat. We've got kids, we've got family, we've got a job, we've got eBay on the side. So all kinds of fun stuff. So thank you all. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you around the thrifting board in the Cedar Beach. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.